Like, Birdy, just getting back to you, watched obviously on your documentary that you put on, you think you're Danny Boyer, on about ballards. You were the first man to ever invent ballards in scrap cars. So you had them in St. Helens there for 3 or 4 years. You don't need them anymore because you proved that because you took them out. You don't need them anymore because the men you were arguing with, you got them 80 years in jail. You got the 80 years, you're only trapping people in the world to get trapping people so long. 80 years in jail you got them. You talk about yellow bellies. How could you talk about yellow bellies? So you went up in a court in the dock and got them jail. You're the biggest squealer in the world. So don't talk about us having scrap motors. We, as you call them, they're scrap motors. And our women is driving up and down with them. But I tell you one thing, they're safe. If you go up along a motorway with them, they won't fall apart and nothing will happen to them. Your motors was out cutting shove salvage motors. You got no respect for your women and children. Because if you had the respect for your women and children, you wouldn't fit them into them. Out scrap motors, salvage motors, not even legal to be on the road. And you're on about an English fella here in Stoke-on-Trent that people squealed on. We squealed on no English fella here in Stoke-on-Trent because we had no reason to do it. You're the man that squealed on him. You wanted him out of the picture for your own reasons, and you're the man that squealed on him, not us. And you're on about, you won't shut up about your Uncle Terry. You're the first one to ever start about your Uncle Terry. We're not on about Terry. We know where Terry is. He's in Leicester over there. If anyone should go and get Terry, you're the man that should go and get him. You're the man, he destroyed you over there in St. Helens. You're the fella to give him all the money. And done nearly 2 years in prison for him. So if anyone wants to go over there and get Terry, you're the man who should go and do that, not us. So you won't you. And then you're bringing up about Preston, about my granny grandfather in Preston. Why would we have to go to Preston to claim people's graves for? Claim their old grave? When he's got sons his own self, grandsons, and people all over the world can go and visit that grave and claim it, why would we have to do it for? We got no... For what? And then you're on about Meowfla. We lifted Meowfla out of Preston for our own reasons. We wanted a movie. Yes, at the time, that was his wishes. I know that. But if Meowfla was living today, he wouldn't go to Preston. I know that, and you can ask your own wife that if she knows it. If she knows him the way we know him, you ask her that. He wouldn't go to Preston. So we brought him home back here to Stoke-on-Trent, and he's happy there, and he's at peace. Please tell me, Birdy, I didn't know you were in Longton till you said it on the phone the other day ago. Please tell me when you went to Longton that you went down on your hands and knees and you begged him for forgiveness. You must have done, because you couldn't have went there to visit his grave out of the goodness of your own heart. It'd be impossible. You must have went down on your hands and knees and begged him and kissed his forehead and begged him for forgiveness for one reason, for his wife. You were the man. You didn't do it. You sent your daughters with a Larry to go up to our old house up there and break our old car in the middle of the road that you're a holy divine disgrace over. The whole country said it about you. Then that wasn't good enough. You come back 2 weeks later with a pickup, broke a child's car outside, and broke her gates again, and broke her a pillar on a wall. So please tell me when you went to Longton, you must have begged him for forgiveness for what you done. How can you stand next to his grave and look at his photograph after what you done to his wife, our mother? You're not welcome in Longton. You shouldn't go to Longton after what you done. You didn't do it because you never had the courage to do it, but you sent us to go and do it for you. That's what you done.
Right. Quentin Tarantino, Steven Spielberg, because you wouldn't know how to make a short film. Yeah, Dirty Egypt, yeah. You called me a dosser and I couldn't feed, but I'll get back to that part in 1 minute. I'm going to tie you knots now over that in a minute. But you're on about that I couldn't feed myself, and the boys over here can't feed themselves. Birdy, mate, when we go hawking, so that's very rarely we go hawking anyway, because we work 6 days a week, but when we're out and about, if we pull into an old McDonald's, every one of the boys will buy a large old meal, and probably have an old chicken nuggets, or whatever with it. Sure, not for this, we're big lumps of in. We don't go to a McDonald's, buy a Happy Meal, and share it between 3 people. Another thing, Birdy, you're on about us driving old bangers of cars over here. Birdy, fair enough, we are driving old bangers of cars. But as he said just there now, they're safe. You can bring them old cars on the motorway. So Birdy, the motors that you're showing, if you jumped into them and you drew them out of the gap, either one, you'd be locked up because they're ringers, or either two, they'd fall to pieces on you. Another thing, Birdy, you said I'm living in a rented house. I'm not living in a rented house, I'm living in a council house, Birdy. But that council house, Birdy, that I am living in, you dirty jackass, I done the, whatever, I done my old best with it anyway. If anyone walks in, it's out presentable. But Birdy, you've a brother over there, John Paul. Answer the question now. Answer the question, Birdy. Did John Paul not go to Derby and try and rob Amy Maloney's trailer and get caught? You dirty Egypt. Birdy, if that was us, for we wouldn't do that anyway, but if that was anyone else that did that there, would you not pay the old chap for the trailer? You said the trailer wasn't his. Are you innocent, Birdy? Are ye innocent? The chap's wedding photos was inside the trailer. Sure, the chap is married to your own cousin. You dirty duck. You dirty jackass. And then we heard when Shane was getting married, it was literally music to some of the boys' ears that he got £20,000 for a tower trailer. Pulled the old tower trailer in front of all in front of the Derby side, in front of all the in-laws. The police came in and raided for Shane and took the robbed trailer out after him telling the whole country that he bought it. Sure, Shane's living over there, married for the past 12 months, still living in the young one's trailer that she had when she was single, Birdy. Young one's trailer hasn't got a motor. In all fairness, from what I heard over there, the old in-laws can't put £10 worth of diesel inside their motors, park it up in the plot. When Shane jumps into it, it's gone for 4 or 5 hours, comes walking back into the side about 6 or 7 o'clock and tells the chaps, boys, your motor's conked out of diesel. It's at the top of the road. And about living in rented houses as well. That fat idiot that I punched the face off, Michael. Birdy, when I first got married, I had myself a brand new trailer. Was saying that, a brand new trailer. So now, for instance, when some chaps get married, they have 100 grand worth of trailer. But I had a decent trailer and a decent motor. So a decent trailer and a decent motor, Birdy. When your brother Michael got married, Birdy, he moved into a rented house. Nothing wrong with a rented house, half the country's in them. But that innocent boy had to go down to the Salvation Army and get beds and furniture for inside. And Birdy, he went that far, he even brought back the fucking mattresses. Sure, not fairness, people dies in that. He's sleeping on a bed that a dead man lived in. You dirty, filthy jackass. Listen to me, I'm not even getting on this anymore, because in all fairness, you are an innocent boy. And listen to me, you're talking about good motors, and our wife is driving around in scrap. Sure, Birdy, son, didn't you have Missy driving around in an orange Merc, was it, or something like that there? But then again, you did upgrade it. You did buy an X-Ridge a couple of months after.
And an all-red Rover you were driving, a blue one, and a 51 plate Transit that the whole world saw you in. So what are you on about scrap motors for, Birdy? Like I said before, you invented them. The whole world saw you driving them. So you don't know what you're on about, Birdy, half the time. And I'll tell you one thing. You want to go and take the shoe off you with the dog shit on it, because if Missy finds out you're walking around the whole house with dog shit in your shoe, she'll go mad with you. Huh?
And this is the old pump that you left behind you when you emptied out the whole house the day ago. So please, will you just come over and take it away? In all fairness, come on, we will actually allow you, because you love the old 110s. So we will actually allow you to come over, take your old pump back. Because I will give you a bit of credit. It is a good old pump in it. Come on, look at that for a carry on.
Birdy,
the old 110s.
Do you want to know how we know you're talking bullshit? Yeah, 110s on my feet now. They're 115 because they're £115 now. That's how we know they're market pumps. Smelly feet, you dirty jackass.
Oh, and that's it, Birdy. That's the last of it. You can make as many videos as you want. Make what you want to make. We're not. I tell you what you want to do. You're on about biscuits and giving tea and biscuits to policemen. Sure, when the police comes to see you, you got a cake baked for them. You invite them into the house with a cake. Sure, you used to say yourself out here, I gotta go, Sharm, I gotta go. I gotta go back to St. Helens. I got a meeting with the police, 3-hour meeting with the police. Mr. Greg, you must think you are. Baking cakes with the police. You couldn't talk about anyone being yellow Birdy or anyone having police. You're the biggest policeman that ever walked, and you know that. You know that, and the whole country knows it, because all you gotta do is go up on the internet and see it. It's there, plain face for anyone to see. So don't try and make videos thinking that you'd make a show of us over here in Stoke-on-Trent. The potteries, as you call it, we call it Stoke-on-Trent. Wherever you got the potteries out of, I don't know. But we call it Stoke-on-Trent. You'd never make a show of us. A show of us that we can't feed ourselves, so you can't feed yourself. Happy Meals you buy when you go to McDonald's, you can't even buy yourself a decent meal. Rennies and a Happy Meal. Starving with the hunger, giving the workmen the craps off the food.
And another thing, you're on about having our little catch-up down at the bottom of the A500, and you were saying, sure, lads, what's the worst that can happen, and I'll bust a lip. But let me tell you one thing, genuine, no joke, if you ever got out to any one of us, you'd get more than a busted lip, and you all know that yourselves. Broken bones you get, broken jaws, and broken noses. But obviously, if we did ever meet you down the bottom of the A500, sure, the whole country knows that you'd bring the Matrix police with you, and half of St. Helens.
Like you did when you were trying to meet the prices in a certain park in St. Helens.
Shirley Park. And you had the full park swarmed with police. I heard that there was about 3-4 helicopters flying over the park all over you. You dirty jackass, you.
And then you're on about me Uncle Paddy being a dosser. I'll tell you one thing, Birdy. If he's a dosser, God help your brothers. He's no dosser. And the Maguires, we're proud of Maguire. We're half Maguire and we're very, very proud of it. I'm very proud of our uncle as well. And he fed and kept your wife when you were locked up.
And the Maguire's blood is run through your wife's veins and also your children's veins. And you must be forgetting that you're half a Smith. So you must think you're a fully bred mutton, do you? You dirty jackass, you. Sure, you're half Smith. You're going me by you. Will you cop yourself on now? You're about 35. In a few years' time, you'll be 40. And you're showing the whole world the yard and the house that you got. You're on about miniature houses, but in all fairness, if you take the yard away from your house, you're only left with an old standard bungalow that's about 2 bedroom. There's nothing special about your bungalow. Fair enough, you got a big yard belong to it, but the bungalow itself is only a little small bungalow. You go me by it. And the only reason why you got the yard to the bungalow, because the whole country knows that you had the man's life tortured to death over the yard. You even said to our time that you told Pretty Man to jump over the gates when the man owned the yard years ago. And cut down all the trees in the man's yard. You busted the gates, you cut off all the electric. So in all fairness, you put the man in a position where you had to sell the yard to you. You dirty dossy. That's what kind of fella you are. You go me by you.
And listen for a second.
And look, and you're on about Bernie Mongs being the best man in the country, and they go to the whole South. If he's the best man in the country, I genuinely don't want to see what the worst man is in the country. You go me by you, because I'll tell you one thing, between all of you, if you all got all together, put into the one body, you still wouldn't be a good man. You go me by you. There's better stuff in our baby. See the baby finger there, look. See that? On the blessed Bible, that's better than your whole body. You go me by you. And I tell you one thing, when we do see you, matter of fact, not our boys, but me, because I'm the single young fella, so I don't mind dating you and getting locked up for you. But when I do see you, on the blessed Bible, I'll run you like owl hairs. You go me by you. That's what you are to me, a jackass. And on the blessed Bible, I went over to Derby anyway, and I ran you, Brother Shane, the fellow who was hiding in the bunk of the trailer. And tell you, Brother Shane, that not the disabled fella, John Paul, the fellow who looks like a Down syndrome boy, tell him, I know the fat strike Mikey boy when he comes out of prison, tell them all, genuine, to give me an old phone call and I'll meet them all, just myself. And within 20 minutes, I'll bait every one of them, one after another, and you, I'll save you to last, genuine. I'll leave you watch me bait all you baby brothers. And then I'll give you a slap, because that's what you are, you're a dosser. You're not word punches, a slap into the face, that's what you are.
Listen, one more thing, we're going now. One more thing I got to get back to you about, Birdy. You said when an old car got broke along to me, an old banger of a car, and windows got broke, bricks came on top of me children, you could have killed one of me children, you dirty jackass. You said I hid upstairs in the bedroom. I never hid up. I was in the living room, Birdy. But Birdy, in all fairness, would you expect one fella to run out to about 7 smackheads with weapons and pick handles? But Birdy, fair enough, I didn't come out. But yes, thank you for not arguing me and calling me a liar, saying about 4 or 5 years ago, when I jumped out of a car with no weapons, you ran like hares if you want to eat.
And another thing, you're on about, obviously, people out here being dossers. Well, listen, we're not braggers. We work 6 days a week, and the whole country knows that. We don't have to show our places and our houses and our cars for people to know that we've got plenty of money, because the whole country knows it. But sir, did you not bring dole forms out to Stoke to one of the girls and ask them to fill it in because you wanted to sign on the dole? And don't say it's a lie, because it's 100% fact. On the Holy Blessed Bible, that is a fact. You got one of the girls to fill them in because ye over there didn't have the brain cells to fill them in. So we had to fill in the dole form because you wanted to sign on the dole. You dirty dossier. Now go over to Leicester, to Uncle Terry, the fella that you love so much, and like I told you in the text messages, I'd imagine that he loves you too, because in all fairness, you did give him the guts of £100,000. So go over there and ask him for a back, because after all, you love him. So go over there now, and obviously kiss his arse, because you're kissing his arse all over the internet, saying, I love me Uncle Terry this and my Uncle Terry that. You're making a show of yourself. The fella who nearly got your life off, the fella that you're around about £100,000 over, and you're on the internet saying you love him this and love him that. You're a show, that's what you are. You are a first-class show, a dosser. And I tell you now, when I get one of yous, and I hope I get all of yous, and I will actually get all of yous, I am literally punching the head off yous. I won't pull weapons to you, because I probably will get jail if I do that. But I will literally, 1,000,000% punch the brains out of you, even though you got no brains, but I'll still punch the little brains out of you, because in all fairness, I'm trained to death, so I will literally murder you. Now, goodbye now, we said what we wanted to say, yeah, so don't be making no more videos and wanting replies. You're a dosser, that's what you are, a first-class dosser, and stop living off your father's money. And before you make any more videos, about showing your other places and your brother-in-law Tom Mongs' house and your father's, they're not your places, so why would you want to be showing them? You go me by you. You showed your house, fair enough. Now leave it at that. So don't be making no more videos back, you dirty dossier, and goodbye.